Electrocast.
Welcome to Tune In to Sound Wellbeing, the podcast where Amanda Mackay, our sound therapy expert, unlocks the healing potential of sound therapy and tuning forks in wellness. I'm Stephen, your co-host, joining Amanda on this journey into the world of frequencies and vibrations. So whether you're a curious learner or wellness enthusiast, our show offers you fresh insights and practical knowledge. Come with us to uncover the mysteries of sound, embrace new wellness perspectives, and experience the transformative magic of frequencies and vibration. Tune into Sound Wellbeing is here to harmonise your mind, body, and soul. Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tune Into Sound Wellbeing, the podcast where our resident sound therapy and tuning fork expert, Amanda Mackay, enlightens us about all things relating to sound therapy. She gives us technology, tips, techniques, the benefits, and list goes on. And this week, we've just come back from beautiful Sydney. So, hello and a warm welcome to you, Amanda. How are you?
Hello again, Steve. I'm fantastic. Thank you. We are back to the podcast after a little hiatus, so apologies if you missed us.
Yes, we're sorry.
We tried to do the podcast on the road and it really just did not work out. Too much background noise, but the Mind Body Spirit Festival down there was great. So I'm going to start with a huge thank you to the hundreds of people we spoke to over 4 days. Hundreds.
It did well. Yes,
yeah, it really was.
It was great. How amazing is Sydney? I mean, just that harbour, right? We always make a point of going across that iconic bridge. It's just so Sydney, it's Australia, really.
Yeah, so, really the harbour is breathtaking. The bridge is amazing. The Opera House, the whole city has such an energy about it. And we do really feel welcomed when we go down there too.
Well,
everyone we talk to.
We do. And yes, thank you to all the beautiful peeps who came to speak with us at Mind Body Spirit. We just loved it.
Yeah, I love the whole touring and getting to see and meet and talk to people, hearing about their journeys. And, it's really just trying to keep the energy up for the whole time. But I do love that connection with people and just keeping that flow going.
Yes. But touring can have its downsides. I know that diet is definitely one of them. We do try to eat generally healthy, cook our own meals, etc. But after a long day, takeaway can be very inviting, not to mention all the all the truck stops, petrol stations and cafes and things along the way.
True, bit challenging when you don't eat junk food, but
yes, yeah.
Anyway, so like Steve was saying, what goes on tour stays on tour.
Yes, okay, for sure. So anyway, today's topic is going to be a cracker.
Yeah, we're talking about numerology and vibrational frequency this week.
Yes, I'll be very interested to see how tuning forks, vibration and sound relates to numerology.
Well, my friend, you're about to find out.
Okay, that's enough said. And here we go with this week's Tuning In with Amanda Mackay.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tuning In. And today we're diving into a fantastic topic,
yes.
Numerology. Numerology, often regarded as a mystical art, traces its origins to ancient civilizations where scholars and mystics sought to unravel the mysteries of existence through the language of numbers. The roots of numerology are intricately woven into the tapestry of human history. Its influence can be traced back to cultures and regions. So one of the earliest records of numerology comes from ancient Egypt. So priests and scholars delved into the magical properties of numbers. They believed that they held sacred vibration, a divine essence that connected the earthly with the cosmic. The ancient Egyptians incorporated numerology into their spiritual practices, using it to discern hidden truths about the universe and the individuals within it. However, it was the renowned Greek philosopher and mathematician Pythagoras who elevated numerology to a systematic and philosophical level around 2,500 years ago. Pythagoras, known for his contributions to geometry, saw in numbers a universal language that could unveil the secrets of the cosmos. It's amazing. Now, he established a school in ancient Greece where he and his followers explored the profound connections between mathematics, philosophy, and spirituality. They developed a system assigning numerical values to letters, creating what we now know as the Pythagorean system of numerology. So the system assigns a unique vibrational frequency to each number and consequently to every word and name. The Pythagorean system gained popularity not only for its mathematical precision, but also for its philosophical depth. He and his followers believed that understanding the vibrational essence of numbers could provide insights into the nature of existence and the divine order of the universe. Now, Pythagoras and his teachings and philosophies are what we might consider the westernization of numerology. But even before that, numbers were used in Asian cultures, specifically in China and in India. In China, the roots of numerology can be traced back to the ancient Chinese philosophy and cosmology. Chinese numerology is closely connected to the ancient text I Ching, or the Book of Changes, which dates back to around the 9th century BCE, like we talked about on the show a few weeks ago. So just a quick recap here. The I Ching involves the interpretation of hexagrams, combinations of 6 lines, each representing a different energy or concept. While not identical to the Western numerology, the Chinese system also explores the mystical aspects of numbers and their influence on life events. So, like we know, the I Ching is all about hexagrams and one number over the other, but this has developed in various ways over time. So, for example, these days in Chinese culture, certain numbers are considered lucky due to their pronunciation and the resemblance of their names to positive or auspicious words. So the sound of the number makes it lucky or unlucky. And here are some of the most commonly considered lucky numbers in Chinese numerology.
Okay.
Now, a bit of a disclaimer here. I do not even remotely speak or understand Cantonese or Mandarin, so while I try to research things properly, like I've said before for the show, please forgive me if these are incorrect. And if we have anyone in our audience who does speak Chinese and they hear something incorrect, please let me know and I apologize.
Okay. Hopefully there are no Chinese swear words coming up.
Definitely not. No, not at all. Wouldn't even swear in English. Okay. Okay, now, hopefully this first number, the number 8, is pronounced Ba. So this is one of the most auspicious numbers in Chinese culture. It is associated with wealth and prosperity because the pronunciation of Ba sounds similar to the word for wealth or prosperity, Fa. Now, when I was researching this, I found plenty of evidence that the number 8 is considered lucky. So, like the Beijing Olympics, for example, the opening ceremony commenced on the 8th of the 8th, 2008, at 8 minutes and 8 seconds past 8 p.m.
Really?
Yes. And if you think about it, the 8 is like the infinity symbol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And a phone number in China where all the digits were 8, 88888888, was bought by an airline in China for $450,000.
What? Well, that's certainly luck for the person who used to own that number, maybe.
I know, right? But when I asked Google to translate Fa for me, it translated it to hair. So to the best of my ability, I think Fa is maybe a shortened version of a word meaning wealth and prosperity. Anyway, that is the best I've got. I'm not a linguist.
Okay, excellent. What else is considered lucky in Chinese numerology? Toenails, maybe.
Well, it could be, given my ability to read and speak Chinese, but the things that I do to try and get this interesting.
In the name of the show.
I know.
Yeah.
So anyway, another lucky number is the number 6, pronounced Leo, similar to the pronunciation of the word flow or smooth, also pronounced Leo, but it's got a downward inflection, which I obviously didn't do. The number 6 is associated with smoothness and progress. It's considered lucky in matters related to business and career. So I know this one translates correctly, but one of the most defining features of Chinese is its use of tonal language. An inflection of the voice can completely change the meaning of a word or a phrase.
Wow, so we're all getting a bonus Chinese lesson today from you.
Well, hardly a lesson. More like me just apologising in case I offend anyone with my efforts. But my intentions are true.
Yes.
And, I do love a challenge.
You do.
So let's keep going.
Okay.
Now, another lucky number is 9.
Yep.
Pronounced Jiu with a downward inflection. So the pronunciation of 9 sounds like the word for long-lasting or forever, Jiu. It's often associated with longevity and a long, prosperous life. Number 3, Sen. The pronunciation of 3 sounds like the word for life, Sheng. It's considered lucky and associated with vitality and growth. Now, at the other end of the spectrum is the number 4, pronounced Se. In contrast to the lucky numbers, 4 is considered unlucky because its pronunciation, Se, is similar to the word for death, pronounced Set. I'm sorry again. I'm doing my best. Anyway,
I can already count to 4.
This is why it's often avoided in various context.
Yep.
And so we're going to move on from my appalling interpretation of Chinese.
I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Like 10 out of 10 for having a go.
And it's really interesting because these numbers, like I've been around numerology my whole life. Like I can see how it's the same in what I learnt too. What was lucky and what was unlucky.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, this podcast really does test my language abilities. Now, in Vedic numerology, also known as Jyotish, is an ancient practice that emerged as a branch of Vedic astrology in India. The term means the science of light, and it encompasses various aspects of celestial influences on human life. In the context of numerology, within Jyotish, numbers are not seen merely as mathematical entities, but as cosmic forces with profound influences on human destiny.
Right.
Here are some key aspects of Vedic numerology. Cosmic harmony. In Vedic numerology, each number is associated with a specific cosmic vibration. These vibrations are believed to resonate with the cosmic energies that surround us. The harmony or disharmony of these vibrations is thought to impact various aspects of an individual's life. Life path numbers. Similar to Western numerology, Vedic numerology involves the calculation of a life path number based on an individual's birth date. This number is considered significant in understanding the overall direction and purpose of a person's life. Destiny numbers. In addition to life path numbers, Vedic numerology may involve the calculation of destiny numbers, which provide insights into one's destiny and life's mission. These numbers are derived from the individual's name. Vedic numerology is deeply intertwined with spiritual and philosophical beliefs. The practice emphasizes the connection between the microcosm of the individual and the macrocosm of the universe, suggesting that understanding the cosmic vibrations of numbers can lead to spiritual growth and enlightenment. Vedic numerology often integrates the astrology to provide a more comprehensive understanding of an individual's life. The positions of celestial bodies at the time of birth, combined with the influence of numbers, contribute to the overall astro-numerological profile.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Overall, Vedic numerology reflects the ancient Indian belief in the interconnectedness of cosmic energies and the human experience. It's a holistic approach that seeks to harmonize individuals with the universal forces through the understanding and application of numerical vibration.
Life is hard, but finding a really great podcast makes the days go by so much easier. Hi, my name is Blue Telusma. I'm a writer, an emotional intelligence coach, and the host of Humanize with Blue Telusma, a podcast where we believe that when you humanize everyone in the room, a great conversation is almost guaranteed. Join us every week here on Electricast as me and my guest co-hosts unpack big topics and interview even bigger personalities with a sense of humor and a dash of mischief. If you're looking for a new best friend in your head, we've got you covered. Electricast.
Now, numerology has continued to evolve and adapt across cultures, gaining popularity during different historical periods. So, some Renaissance scholars revisited the ancient wisdom of numerology and found its resonance in the mystical teachings of the Kabbalah.
Oh.
Yeah. In the modern era, numerology has become a fascinating tool for self-discovery and personal insight. People turn to numerology to decipher the vibrational frequencies embedded in their birth dates and names, seeking guidance on life paths, relationships, and personal growth. Modern numerology is a diverse field that doesn't strictly adhere to a single philosophical or cultural tradition. Instead, practitioners may choose elements from different systems based on their preferences and the needs of their client. So the result is a rich tapestry of numerological approaches that cater to a broad spectrum of beliefs and interpretations. So why does numerology matter?
Why?
Well, beyond its historical and cultural significance, numerology often offers a unique perspective on the interconnectedness of all things. It suggests that the universe is a harmonious symphony of vibrations, and by understanding the language of numbers, we can attune ourselves to the cosmic rhythm. Numerology, as an ancient practice, has always asserted that numbers carry distinct vibrations and energies. In modern times, we've witnessed a fascinating correlation between numerological insights and the vibrational frequencies used in sound therapies, especially with tuning forks.
Yes, okay.
Research indicates that specific numerical frequencies align with particular chakras and energy centers in the body. For instance, the frequencies associated with life path numbers or destiny numbers seem to resonate harmoniously with the frequencies emitted by tuning forks. Studies have shown a statistically significant connection between individuals resonating with their numerological profiles and experiencing positive shifts when exposed to corresponding sound frequencies. In essence, this isn't just a mystical belief, but a convergence of ancient wisdom and contemporary scientific understanding. The marriage of numerology and sound therapy, particularly through tuning forks, opens up a realm where numbers and frequencies dance together, creating a symphony of healing for the mind, body, and spirit.
Well, Amanda, that was really interesting and impressive. You certainly have gone above and beyond this week, and I've got to give you credit. because I've been trying to learn a couple of new languages myself, and I did dabble with the idea of doing Chinese, and I retreated quickly back to Italian and Latin and French. So I think given our proximity to Asia here in Australia, it would be a handy thing to be able to speak Mandarin, but yes, the tonal way that a lot of Asian cultures speak make it very challenging. And I have great respect to the people of Asian cultures that learn English, because it would be a world away from their native tongue. So thank you very much.
Bu Kerchi.
What does that mean?
You're welcome. I think it does anyway. Maybe not the way I pronounce it, but...
Oh, that's too excellent. Yes, translations are interesting across different cultures. You know, like... in Australia, if someone thanks you, you might say like, oh yeah, no worries, which is the equivalent of like, you know, you're welcome in the US, or no problem. Like they say in Italian, they say figurati, which means like, you know, forget about it. And I've noticed that when I thank a person that I might be dealing with in China, they'll say something like the translation in English is, this is what I should do, which I think is the Chinese way of saying no worries or forget about it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
always learning stuff on this podcast. So now, dear listener, we turn your attention to the segment we all like to call Curious Conversations, where I get to ask Amanda some questions relating to today's topic. Now, I promise I won't pepper you with Chinese language and speech interpretation.
Well, it'd be a short segment if you did,
Yes.
because...
Yeah, it would for sure. Now, listening to your tune-in segment, I was struggling a little to see how numbers or numerology relate to sound therapy or tuning fork frequencies. Can you enlighten us on where we might find the intersection of this metaphysical concept and how it relates to sound?
Yes, for sure. This will get me back into my comfort zone.
Oh, good.
Now, the obvious one is that by saying numbers, we make a sound and therefore a vibration. So like the Chinese, where certain numbers sound like other words, this is the most obvious correlation. But numerology offers a unique perspective on the interconnectedness of all things, and it suggests that the universe is a harmonious symphony of vibration. And by understanding the language of numbers, we can attune ourselves to the cosmic rhythm. It's a fascinating connection that might not be immediately evident, but in numerology, however, each number carries a unique vibration. And in the realm of sound therapy, we find a similar concept with solfeggio frequencies.
Oh, of course. Sometimes things are too obvious and I look right past them. So all forks have a number and a frequency, don't they?
Yes.
Yes.
And this example of frequencies that are derived from the ancient solfeggio scale, where each note is assigned a specific numerical value. For instance, take the 528 Hertz frequency, often associated with transformation and miracles. In numerology, we could break down the 5 to 8 to 5 plus 2 plus 8, which equals 15, and further reduces to 6, because the 1 plus 5 is the 6.
Right.
Now, in numerology, 6 is often linked to harmony and balance, aligning well with the intentions of the 528
Very
Hertz
cool.
frequency.
Yep.
So in essence, the numerical aspects of solfeggio frequencies and numerology intersect in their vibrational qualities. It's a holistic approach that sees numbers not just as symbols, but as carriers of resonance, influencing both our metaphysical understanding and, as we've discussed before, our physical and emotional well-being.
And are there other frequencies that do certain things?
Absolutely, yes. So when we talk about tuning to 432 Hertz or say 443 or 444 Hertz, we're delving into the concept of frequency as a transformative force.
Right.
The standard tuning of 440 Hertz, widely adopted in the last half of the 20th century, is now being reconsidered. Advocates for alternative tunings propose that by returning our musical scale to 432 Hertz or related frequencies, we align ourselves with vibrations resonant with the earth our own magnetic fields, and the broader universe. So these alternative frequencies are believed to have unique effects on our minds, emotions, and bodies. So like I said before, tuning to 5 to 8 hertz is often associated with transformation and miracles. In numerology, this could be correlated with specific numeric patterns that carry meaning of change and balance. So the idea is to create a harmonious connection between the vibrational frequencies of music and the metaphysical intentions associated with those frequencies. Moreover, beyond just retuning, there's the concept of intentional frequency selection based on the type of music and its desired impact. For example, using 396 hertz for music that aims to provide a sense of security and abundance, or incorporating 639 hertz for romantic music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know. Fostering an intimate connection on a soul level. It's nuanced. It's a nuanced approach. It's considering both the scientific and metaphysical aspects of sound, offering a unique and potentially transformative musical experience.
Oh, wow, okay. So there is some scientific evidence here around different frequencies helping people.
Absolutely.
Right.
So the intersection of sound frequencies and their impact on our well-being it's just fascinating.
Yes.
And it's an area backed by science.
Yep.
So Dr. John Bailu,
Mm-hmm.
He's a prominent figure in sound therapy research, and he's conducted studies shedding light on how different frequencies can influence our physiological and emotional states. For instance, one of his studies delved into the therapeutic effects of tuning forks, particularly the weighted forks used in biosonic repatterning. The research demonstrated that these tuning forks not only create vibrational changes in the body, but also affect the autonomic nervous system, helping to induce a state of deep relaxation and balance.
Cool.
Another interesting avenue of exploration is the concept of sonic entrainment. Now, we have discussed this quite a bit in previous shows where our body and mind sync up with external frequency. Bailu's work has explored how specific frequencies can entrain brainwave patterns, offering potential applications in reducing stress, enhancing focus, and promoting overall well-being. So when we talk about sound therapy, we're not just delving into metaphysical spaces. There's a scientific foundation supporting the area and the idea that different frequencies can indeed have tangible effects on our holistic health.
Wow. So do you use numerology in your practice?
Oh, not specifically, but in essence, yes, because I use solfeggio frequencies.
Right.
In fact, a whole range of different frequencies to help clients recalibrate by calming their central nervous system.
So can you give us an example?
Yeah, sure. So broadly speaking, the work I do has great psychological benefits for people, and the healing really starts in earnest once a person is calm and in a state of deep relaxation. So you can imagine that can be a massive challenge for some people.
Oh, sure. I used to be one of those people caught in the loop. I'd just go, I'll just have a couple of drinks to calm the nerves, and that, I can tell you, dear listener, is a dangerous trap. Yes, it does briefly calm the nerves by getting a huge hit of dopamine, but then your body and brain compensate for that huge flow of dopamine by releasing a ton of cortisol.
Yeah.
So it actually makes you more stressed than you were originally, and then you keep on drinking in the hope that the dopamine outruns the cortisol, and guess what?
What's that?
It doesn't.
No, it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And even though, it's enjoyable to drink a glass of wine, once you start leaning on it, it does lower your vibration.
Yes, and I did indulge a little while we were away, I must say.
Well, remember, what goes on tour stays on tour.
Okay. Yep, sorry.
All right. So a study conducted by Akimoto and Yamaguchi sheds light on the profound impact of music frequencies, especially in the context of stress reduction. The research delves into the effects of solfeggio frequencies, particularly focusing on the 5 to 8 frequency, known for its healing properties. Now, what's fascinating is how this frequency, when incorporated into music, stimulates dopamine and synthesizes and suppresses the sympathetic nervous system.
That's a lot of S's.
I know. It essentially points to the potential of sound,
Right.
and more specifically, numerically significant frequencies in influencing our physiological responses. This study aligns with the broader exploration of numerology and sound therapy. In numerology, each number carries a unique vibration, and similarly, in the study of sound frequencies, specific vibrations can trigger physiological responses. The correlation between the 5 to 8 hertz solfeggio frequency and stress reduction emphasizes the potential therapeutic applications of numerically aligned sound therapy. When we connect the dots between numerology and sound therapy, it becomes apparent that vibrational qualities of numbers are not confined to the metaphysical realm, but have tangible effects on our well-being. The idea that certain frequencies can induce stress reduction adds another layer to the intricate relationship between numbers, sound, and healing. As we explore these intersections, we uncover the potential of sound therapy, guided by numerological principles, to be a valuable tool in promoting holistic health and well-being.
So, instead of a whiskey shot, you should have a tuning fork, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, but thank you, Amanda. That was another great Curious Conversations. And now it is time for Harmony in Practice, where Amanda gives us some tips on how to incorporate tuning fork and wellness practices into our everyday life. Now, what tasty topic will we be munching into this week, Amanda?
All right, well, this week I thought we would talk about how to choose tuning forks based on numerological principles to address specific life path numbers or energetic imbalances.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Numerological tuning fork selection is a fascinating aspect of sound therapy, and it integrates the principles of numerology with the therapeutic uses of tuning forks. Numerology, as many of you may know, is the ancient practice of assigning meaning to numbers and understanding their energetic significance in our lives. Each of us has a life path number derived from our birth date, and this number holds valuable insights into our personality traits, strengths, and challenges. To calculate your life path number, you simply add up the digits of your birth date until you arrive at a single digit number.
Right.
For example, if you were born on June 15, 1985, you would add 6 for June, 1 plus 1 for the day, plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5 for the year.
Right.
Now this equals 35. Then you further reduce this number by adding the digits together. 3 plus 5, that's an 8. So in this case, the life path number would be 8. So here's an explanation of each life path number and its corresponding meanings.
Right, okay. So I just did a bit of quick math on my life path number, and it's 8.
Oh, wow.
Not that I was born in 1985.
No, but that's okay. All right, now, this is making sense for me now.
Yes. Is it?
All right, so yeah, just wait till we get to life path number 8. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now, life path number 1, individuals with this life path number are often seen as natural leaders. They are independent, ambitious, and determined. They have strong willpower and are focused on achieving their goals. They may sometimes come across as assertive or self-centered, but they possess great potential for success and innovation.
Right.
You think about it, one is by themselves. Yeah. So life path number 2, people with this life path number are known for their diplomacy and sensitivity. They are cooperative, empathetic, and have a knack for nurturing relationships. They excel in collaborative environments and thrive on harmony and balance. However, they may struggle with indecisiveness or being overly passive at times.
Right.
Life path number 3, individuals with this life path number are creative, expressive, and sociable. They have a natural gift for communication and enjoy sharing their ideas with others. They are often drawn to artistic pursuits and thrive in environments where they can express themselves freely. Now, they may struggle with scattered energy or be superficial if not grounded. Now, life path number 4, these people are practical, disciplined, hardworking. They're reliable, dependable, and excel in tasks that require attention to detail. They value stability and structure in their lives and are committed to achieving long-term goals. Their struggle is with rigidity or resistance to change. Life path number 5. Individuals with this life path number are adventurous, dynamic, and freedom-loving. They thrive on variety and excitement and are always seeking new experiences. They're adaptable, resourceful, and have a keen sense of curiosity. However, they may struggle with restlessness or impulsiveness if it's not channeled in a constructive way. Life path number 6. This is me.
Oh.
People with this life path number are nurturing, compassionate, and responsible. They excel in caretaking roles and are deeply connected to their family and community. They value harmony and strive to create a sense of balance in their lives. However, their struggle can be overprotectiveness or self-sacrifice.
Generous to a fault you are, Amanda.
Well, I relate to all of those, the expansive and challenging aspects of those through different times of my life.
Indeed.
Now, life path number 7. Individuals with this life path number are introspective, analytical, and spiritually inclined. They are seekers of the truth and wisdom and are drawn to the mysteries of life. They value solitude and introspection and often possess psychic or intuitive abilities. However, their struggle is with skepticism or isolation if they're not balanced.
Right.
Now, life path number 8.
Here we go.
This is you, Steve. People with this life path number are ambitious, authoritative, and financially savvy.
Guilty as charged.
They're natural leaders and excel in positions of power or influence. They have a strong sense of purpose and are driven to achieve success in their careers. Now, their struggle is with materialism or a lack of humility. Maybe you've experienced it sometime in your life when you were young.
It is all making sense to us all now.
Oh, so, all right. Life path number 9. Individuals with this life path number are compassionate, idealistic, and have a real humanitarian aspect. They are deeply committed to making a difference in the world and often devote themselves to charitable or philanthropic causes. They possess great empathy and have a strong sense of justice. However, they may sometimes struggle with martyrdom or self-righteousness. So, here's a little selection for each life path number.
Okay, so like a tuning fork selection.
Yeah. So we're going to correspond some forks to life path numbers.
Okay.
Number 1, life path number 1, 528 hertz. This frequency is associated with transformation and miracles, aligning with the leadership qualities and ambition of individuals with that life path number 1. Life path number 2, 639 hertz. known as the frequency of connection and relationships. It resonates with the nurturing and cooperative nature of individuals with life path number 2.
Right.
Life path number 3, 741 hertz. This frequency is linked to self-expression and creativity, aligning with the artistic and communicative abilities of individuals with life path number 3.
Right.
Life path number 4, 396 hertz, also known as the frequency of liberation. It helps release fear and negativity, supporting the practical and disciplined approach of individuals with life path number 4. Now, life path number 5, 417 hertz, associated with change and transformation, resonating with the adventurous and dynamic nature of individuals with life path number 5. Life path number 6, 852 hertz.
Ooh.
And I do actually love this fork.
What is this?
This frequency is linked to intuition and spiritual growth, aligning with the nurturing and responsible qualities of individuals with life path number 6.
I see.
Life path number 7, 963 hertz.
Oh, that's high.
Yeah, I know. Known as the frequency of awakening.
Ah.
It supports introspection and spiritual development, resonating with the introspective nature of individuals with life path number 7. Life path number 8, here we
Right.
go. This is you, 444 hertz.
Okay.
This frequency is associated with grounding and manifestation, aligning with the ambitious and authoritative qualities of individuals with life path number 8. Life path number 9, 528 hertz. The frequency of transformation and miracles resonates with the compassionate and humanitarian nature of individuals with life path number 9.
That is very cool. So we're going to put that up for everyone to have a look at. Yeah, that's great,
Yes.
Amanda. Thank
Yep.
you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we are closing in on the end of this week's fascinating show. So the question everyone is asking, Amanda, is what have we got coming up next week?
Okay, so I can't wait for this one. We're talking about sacred geometry
Ah,
and sonic geometry.
right, so that's one very close to your heart here. You wrote a course about sacred geometry, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And it's a fascinating subject. Can't wait to talk about it
Okay.
next week.
Okay, yes. Me too. It's going to be really good. So we're now up to your final thought.
In the intricate tapestry of existence, numbers stand as a silent architect of our reality. From the mystical realms of ancient wisdom to the forefront of modern science, numerology unveils the cosmic patterns that shape our lives. As Pythagoras once proclaimed, numbers rule the universe, reminding us of the profound significance embedded within each numerical cipher. Through the lens of numerology, we decipher the hidden codes of our destiny, charting a course guided by the rhythmic cadence of numerical harmony. Let us heed the wisdom of the ages and embark on a journey of self-discovery where numbers illuminate the path to enlightenment and inner fulfillment.
Fantastic. A final thought of Pythagorean proportions there. Thank you, Amanda. So, once again, it's time for me to say thanks to all our lovely listeners and thank you to all those who get in contact with us. And please go and check us out at biofeelbeing.com.au for all your tuning, fork and wellness wants and needs. You can reach out to us via email at hello@biofeelbeing.com.au or via Facebook or Instagram or whatever your preference. So, be happy, stay safe, and we'll see you all next week on Tune In to Sound Well-Being.
Welcome to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you've tuned into a bit of a different
type of show. I'm Sarah B and I'm your host. You can find me on my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. I talk about amazing, relevant conversations and topics and what functions that goes on in this magical, wonderful, wonderful city of the City of Angels. My IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA.
Electric acid.
Have you ever wondered what actually happens in Congress every day? Stay informed on Capitol Hill's daily happenings with a concise, factual summary of the Senate and House of Representatives' activities from the previous session, free from bias, on the Congressional Record Daily Digest podcast. Subscribe on your favorite podcast platform and discover the process from the heart of U.S. politics. The Congressional Record Daily Digest, an Electric Cast production.
Electric acid. Electric acid.